Welcome to my channel. I know I haven't made any video in a very long time and I'm looking like a cheap knockoff of some ordinary game. Well, I am just having a bad hair day for some days, so I wore a cap, and because if I do it in front, you guys can't see my head. So now I look like a cheap knockoff of Mutaha, or how it is pronounced, I don't know. I'm sorry, please don't roast me. Moving on to the actual video, why we are here. That's a very good question. Why we are here is actually because I am learning cybersecurity. Well, I'm not that great. I know I have a degree in it, but I'm still a noob. Well, I consider myself a noob. So, to practice my cybersecurity skill, I actually created a simple HTML file to practice an XSS code. And I was like, let's start from the beginning. So I made this very basic, I don't know, wherever is more space I'm going to put there. I think this. So this is the code that I wrote down. It's a very simple code. How it works is actually pretty simple. Let me explain how it works pretty quickly. So how it works is here it has a body tag. Inside the body tag, there are actually a form and a div tag, which is main for the HTML. Now, what does it do? There's a div tag who has a name of printable. Now, usually you won't see anything in the div tag. So, in the page, when the page is first loaded, you won't see anything in this div tag. But it's there. It's there. It's invisible, but it's there. And this div tag is called printable. Nice name, right? I know. And then there is a form. Inside the form, there are three things. First is a text area. It's not a text area, it's just an input type field. Now here, user can type anything. And then there are two other buttons. One is called click here and the second one is called clear. Now, what it does is actually very simple. Now, when you click here, it will actually call a print function, which will go into the script tag and look for a function called print. Now, what does this print function do? Is take any value which is written in this input tag. Oh, by the way, did I mention this input tag has a name? It's called text. I know, very creative, right? So, this input function has a, where was I again? I forgot. So what it does, this print function, what it does is it will take all the data from the text name of this, from the text. I don't know, it's name text, all right? Now, what does this print do is a very, very simple task. It takes whatever the user has put in text and it will take its value and give it to the printable. Remember the div tag in the first? Yeah, he's coming back, see? And that's it. That's what it does. There is no app. Now, what does clear do? Clear button, every time it is clicked, calls a function called clear this function. Now, what does this clear this function do? Well, as the name implies, what it does, it actually removes whatever is in the div tag, the printable div tag. Remember again, it's coming back, baby. Now, it will remove whatever it is there and also console log to check if it's working. I forgot to remove it, so it's made out to the video. Yeah, give him a hand, everyone. So this is what the whole HTML does. Simple, simple enough, right? We all understood what it does. Now let's move on why I created it to learn XSS. Now it is a very, if you see, I can type here anything and I can just press click here and it will be printed. Oh my, what? Now what? Let's try some XSS. So with my instinct, the first thing that I typed in here was a simple script tag. Script tag, then an alert function, then another script tag, like the clothing script tag, not another script tag, but like the clothing script. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I click here. What does it do? Well, nothing. There is no alert function in here. I don't know why it's not working. So now what? Actually, let's check what's happening. Well, as we can see here, there is a script tag in its own proper way. Like this is how script tag is written and it's working. Like it's not working, but like it is here. So the script tag is in my HTML code and I don't know why it is not working. I have two questions. First one, why is it not working? Second one, how can I make it work? I want an alert function and alert pop out in my browser to see what's going on. How can it work? So let's start from the bottom. Let's first make it work. Make an excessive executable here. Make a payload here. So let's try with some HTML. All right. Uh, okay. So I put on some H1 tag. It's working fine. So the HTML codes are executing, but for some reason JavaScript is not. I don't know. We'll figure it out later on. First of all, let's make a simple alert functions, simple XSS job with an HTML tag. Simple enough. Take an image tag, source, do something which doesn't exist, and then on error alert function. And voila, we have it here. We have our XSS execute. Now the question begins. Why was our script tag not working? Well, if you see here, this is what I believe why it was not working. Now, as I said, I'm a noob. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, please tell me in the comment section. And if I'm right, maybe it's gonna be helpful to someone. I don't know who, but maybe. Who knows? So, why it was not working is because of this very specific and a little cool factor about JavaScript. All JavaScript must execute every time a page loads. What does it mean? Well, this basically. What it does is like every time the page loads, first the JavaScript code get executed. So everything that you have written in JavaScript will get executed once the page loads. And after the page is completely loaded, it won't execute it. Like already the processes which are going on will continue and all the processes which didn't start at that loading time, well, they didn't start. The script code or the JavaScript code which I injected here, what it does is actually it puts in the HTML file. But since our page is not loading, our browser does not have any initiative to execute it. So that's why our code was not executing. But wait a second, we also have JavaScript code on that buttons. Every time that we click the button, the JavaScript code gets executed. So why is that executing? Our page is not loading right now. Well, because we are clicking the button. So the HTML tag is actually giving the browser initiative to run the JavaScript code specifically when the HTML is requesting it. Right? Specifically when the HTML requests the browser, then the browser is running and executing the JavaScript code. But since none of our HTML tag has the initiative to run that injected script code, our browser was not running it. So is that the answer? Like that's it. That's why it is not working. Is it helpful for anyone? I don't know. I just thought it was cool and it's something that I figured out. So I was like, why not share it or like make a video on it? I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe learned it. I don't know. I'm a noob. I'm still learning, and I wish to share whatever the fuck I learned. So here we are, and enjoy whatever time it is, and enjoy the rest of your life. See everyone. Bye.